Okay, let's see what I can get. Oh, buddy. So I'm over here on this computer because usually I can't put anything on these lives, so I thought I'd make this live a little more interesting. Show everyone where I get most of my information, but this is the news site that I have right here. It's all military news. It goes from hour to hour, literally of everything that goes on. And there seemed to be an issue with NATO right now. NATO and Russia, they had this meeting with the US today. Hey, what's up? Welcome, welcome. They had this meeting with Russia today, and they're already warning that. Hold on, let me just click on this one. Oh, shit. There we go. All right, so right here, nobody's worried about that. Whatever. All right. Some of these work, some of these don't. But Russia warns direct threat from Ukraine could spark nightmare scenario of war in Eastern Europe. We already know this. Crazy situation going on. Let me see if I can find another one. This is international news, by the way, so you can get it from different places. Here you go. Clashes continue in eastern Ukraine as top U.S. Russia diplomats to meet. Now they met today. Nothing settled down. I know. On YouTube, I don't have that many people on here. Like I have 10K followers, but not all of them come to my live, sadly. Unlike TikTok, where I have like thousands in my live. Russia's growing navy is still far behind America and China, which is true. China is the top dog. Well, the US is the top dog. Let me get this right. The US is the top dog. China is catching up to the US, but their navy would never be able to reach ours because we actually have huge ass aircraft carriers. We have functioning ships. We're not just rushing them out. We have actually taken time to develop our ships. So, anyways, Taiwan's friends is aiding secretive submarine project, and this is 7 countries. I read this earlier. 7 countries is helping Taiwan with this. Just crazy to think about. I'm going to link you to a Facebook page. Hopefully you get more traffic. Thank you. See Taiwan's friends adding a secretive submarine project with Beijing stepping up its military intimidation. Tapoi has stealthy source tech components in Thailand from at least 7 nations to help it build underwater fleet. Now, people always say, oh, you read the titles of this. Yeah, you popped up on my phone when you went live, so here I am. Welcome. Thank you guys for letting me know that I'm popping up because I heard YouTube, they censor some people, but it seems like me and YouTube got a good relationship, at least now. You got to tell people to hit that bell and get live notifications or they won't get the, okay, I'll start putting that in my videos. I already see that people are subscribing like crazy, so I'm gonna start putting all that in my videos. All right, let's go. So the good thing about this website, you can look up stuff. So if I just type in Russia and the US, just plainly these two, this would be all the situations right now. US, Ukraine, US developed deterrence package against Russia. Oh shit, this is new. I didn't even put this on TikTok yet. Oh man, okay. So I gotta report that one. Let's see what this is about. Looks like we'll learn everything together, huh, guys? Let's get out of this. Get out of that. And that. So let's see what this is about. Package includes severe economic sanctions. All right. So remember, guys, if the U.S. and NATO ignore Russia's deal, Russia already said they're going to respond, and it will not be good because it means that NATO will move equipment to Russia's border, more equipment, and that would not be good because we'll be able to attack Russia within minutes. within minutes, and that's not good. Not good at all. All right, so Ukraine's foreign minister said Thursday that his country and the U.S. are working to develop a Russian deterrence package, including economic sanctions. So it's including this. Now, of course, NATO is not going to let you guys know. Of course, they're not going to let you guys know what their moves will be. So they're not just going to openly say, hey, Russia, we got military options on the table if you attack Ukraine, because then Russia will be on guard and most likely be prepared to do something to us. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Also, if NATO just openly came and said that Ukraine joined NATO, that will also be a major, major, major problem. And that's something we just can't afford right now. Russia will automatically start attacking Ukraine, start attacking NATO troops that's trying to move into Ukraine, start attacking armored vehicles. And I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just telling you guys the truth. People ain't aware of how severe the situation is right now. And I'm just trying to get people hipped. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, now this is the one I did talk about on TikTok. So this is one. So Russia's top diplomat accuses U.S. and NATO of risking nightmare scenario of military confrontation amid tensions over Ukraine. Shit's getting real. This is something that people need to pay attention to. So a nightmare scenario of military confrontation over Ukraine in Europe. Boy, can y'all imagine? It's going to start off in Europe and then it's going to end up in here. The United States will not back down from this, and the United States will not be excluded from this war. So what I mean by that is our homeland will be attacked in this situation. Russia has thousands of nukes and weapons pointed at us. So Americans need to know about that. Like, people need to be like, oh, did we vote for this war? Because I'm like, how is Biden going to go to war with Russia and China without America's approval, for one? And this has not went through Congress or House yet, or the House or Senate yet. So that's another problem that people need to talk about, because that means this war be a war crime. Japan stands with Taiwan as well as the U.S. Yep, and actually they just came out with that yesterday. That's why China's so pissed off right now. Russia is also moving nukes to, I mean not nukes, missile defense systems to the coastal islands by Japan. That's the big news today. And I'm wondering how Japan's going to respond to this. Because if Russia does anything to Japan, y'all know we're involved in that. We got a treaty with Japan. So, yep, here it is, the top news. I told you. Russia deploys missile systems near the Pacific Islands claimed by Japan. Russia sends missiles near the Pacific Islands. Yep, that's the big thing today. Oh, what's this? Thousands in Kyiv demand resignation. Oh, yeah, yeah. So Ukraine's government, so I think this is the coup that Ukraine's talking about, because all their people are turning against them. So they're actually asking for the impeachment of Zelensky. Now, Russia also said something on the lines that Ukraine is trying to start a war with Russia to hide this. We don't know which one is true. I don't know if this is the coup. I don't know if Ukraine's trying to hide this. All I know is someone's trying to start a war, because there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of troops on the border. Now we got UK troops getting ready to get deployed. We got US troops getting ready to get deployed. And honestly, I don't have no faith in Biden either. He just doesn't look strong enough to do anything against these guys. I mean, if we had a strong president, I would say he's a strong president, but man, he can't speak on stage, man, and it's just been an embarrassment lately. Nobody in our Congress is getting along. Everyone's fighting. Our country is just in chaos right now, and people need to wake up to this. Because if you can't even unite against Russia and China, what the hell? I mean, come on, man. Come on. Coup equals coup. Yep, yep. Anyways, all right, let's see what's going on with China right now. See if there's anything crazy. I'm gonna put Japan and China because I heard they were fighting yesterday about something. They were arguing. Worse than Japan, China unable to deal with aging crisis. Ooh, I wonder what crisis they're talking about. If we go to war, Biden going to make sure you're vaccinated before you go. Shit, you got me fucked up. Ain't sticking that shit in my arm. None of that. None of that. I refuse to fight for this government. Hey, I seen a lot of that, especially on my TikTok. A lot of people saying they're refusing. It's mostly because a lot of people are leaving the military because they don't want the stuff, you know? Nobody wants that stuff. All right. China unhappy with the talk on Taiwan. Oh, yeah, and China's really pissed off at the U.S. because we invited Taiwan. Yeah, let me see if I can find that one. Because we invited Taiwan to a virtual meeting, a conference. I'm going to just put U.S. and Taiwan. That should handle that. So yeah, this is a military website, guys. I don't ever want you guys thinking I'm putting out false articles. These go by the hour, literally by the hour. And every time I'm updated with something, I put it immediately on my TikTok. I've been trying to catch up on YouTube. I just put out so many videos, it's crazy. So I'm like, damn, how am I gonna multitask this? Plus my Facebook now is asking for videos, my Instagram, everybody's like interested in this now. So it's been really hard for me to keep up, guys. So I'm sorry if I'm not uploading as much as I used to. But just know when something happens, I will have it on there. And I still got some videos to upload on YouTube. So you guys got a bunch of videos coming today. We know you ain't spreading false information, unlike CNN. No, and I would tell you, like if I post a CNN or Fox News video, I'll be like, yeah, guys, they got a lot out of this video. And I'll usually try to compare articles to let you guys know the truth from a lie. Do what you can and don't sweat it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. The Biden administration is losing ground to China, goading China into a war. Fears of Australia, U.S. backed coup in the Solomon Islands after it restores diplomatic ties with China. Oh, that one I did not know about. I didn't know there was a secret coup going on there. Do you think we'll go to war soon? Yeah. Just because Russia asked NATO to reaffirm that they won't let Ukraine join, and then NATO immediately hit back at Russia and said, you have no right. Actually, I have that up here. That should be on the site still, because that was just yesterday. Let's see, Russia. I'm going to put Russia, Ukraine, and NATO. So it'll be easier to find this article. All right, let's see. NATO pushes back over red line. Yep, here it is. Here it is. See? Man, I got you guys. I got your back. Let's go, Brandon. No, I don't want no freaking movies. No, we're over this. Okay, here we go. Wait. Where'd it go? Did I click on the wrong one? Fully committed to Ukraine. NATO fully committed to Ukraine, Blinken says. Oh, that's not good either. That's not good. This is the one I was looking for. All right. Now this should be popping up. NATO pushes back against Russia. President Putin's red lines over Ukraine. Now let's go down here. Jens Stoltenberg. Yeah, that's a pretty good name. That's like an old school, like 1700s name. Jens Stoltenberg. I'm just playing around. The Secretary of NATO has categorically rejected Russia's right to dictate how Ukraine does or doesn't interact with the alliance. This comes a day after Russian Vladimir Putin declared that an expansion of NATO's presence in Ukraine, especially the deployment of any long-range missiles. Remember that. Ukraine's trying to join NATO, so if they start deploying missiles and shit into Ukraine, that would be a real bad danger to Russia. Capable of striking Moscow would be a red line issue. for the Kremlin. All of this follows major Russian troop movements that have prompted concerns of a new large-scale invasion of Ukraine, which we all know about this, which is not a NATO member, may come in a matter of weeks. So they're saying that a Ukrainian invasion might be coming soon. Now, if y'all don't know, Russia said that it's highly likely, they said it today, that it's highly likely that we'll be in a war for Ukraine. Well, that Russia will, not us. We're on Ukraine's side. NATO and the US is on Ukraine's side. Now, the bad part about this is Ukraine is literally being a negotiating tool for this war. The US and NATO is not even criticizing Ukraine right now, like for attacking Russian-backed forces in Donbass or attacking forces in Crimea. They're not getting blamed for any of this. And instead, Russia's literally putting their troops in Crimea and Donbass and telling them, hey, Ukraine's over here fueling up the situation. I thought we was having a deal. I thought we were trying to find a way to get through this peacefully. And no one is. No one is. No one's doing a peaceful deal for this. They're all war hungry. We left Afghanistan and they're talking about leaving Iraq this month. And they already told you that they're going to send all their troops over there to have more leverage for Russia and China. Like, come on, bro. We're not stupid. We already know what this is. We know what this is. Oh, man. That's why Harris said get your Christmas early back in the summer. Yeah. If we even have food and stuff by then, like, I know you guys been hearing about the food shortages that's going around in this country. It's getting insane. All right, so I showed you guys that. All right, let's see if we can find anything else. Like I said, this goes by the hour. This is all, the top one right here is all today. I'm gonna go over here. Let's go up here. See what else. I wonder what happens when I put in nuclear war, because you know, if we go to war with Russia or China, it'll be nuclear war. So let's see if we can find anything on that on here. See if there's any talk today. South Korea, the U.S. to update war plans to counter North Korea nuclear threat, to keep Iran from going nuclear and prevent war. America must work with Israel. Ooh, we already knew that. The Cold War had a big arms race, but very small nuclear weapons. Yeah, and now we have like amazing ones. Like Russia has one that can literally destroy this area the size of Texas, bro. Or France. The US also got some amazing nukes, but we're not focused on the capacity or the destruction of nukes. We're more concerned about like tactical shit, hypersonic shit, and we've got lasers and shit now. And I guess it's saying what our military can do. Nobody wins a modern war. Only cooperation can beat killer robots, climate change, and nuclear weapons. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a very, very good point. NATO has no intention to deploy nuclear weapons to more countries. That's a lie, because America just said that they were going to deploy nukes to Germany, hypersonic nukes to be able to hit Moscow in minutes. Which, I wonder if I could find that on here. Actually, I'll go to, let's go to DuckDuckGo real quick and find that out. I want to show you guys that article, because that article is very, very concerning. Let's go to DuckDuckGo. Because Google likes to hide shit, and I don't like being censored and having to go through a million articles just to find something. All right, let's go. So Russia, or no. NATO plan, I'll just say US deploy hypersonic missiles to Germany. All right. Let me see. I seen somebody make something. Google commie propaganda machine. Our fighter jets have those lasers too to destroy incoming missiles. Yeah, I've seen that. All right, here it is. Threat to Russia. U.S. to deploy hypersonic missiles in Germany. And this was November 10th. So like I said, NATO is lying when they say that they have no plans to deploy missiles over there. And Ukraine has already received these missiles, not the hypersonic missiles, but they've received missiles from NATO and the US, from the UK. I think Germany's in this too. And don't forget, NATO and the US is in the Black Sea, like they're preparing for a war with Russia, like they're all there. Why are we all there during the standoff if there's not going to be anything, if all this is going to come out peacefully? This is not going to come out peacefully. Now, y'all know RT is a Russia propaganda machine. And the reason I'm about to show you guys this is to let you guys know that Russia is now in on this. Let's see. It says war with Ukraine. This was today. Is likely. All right. Here we go. Oh, well, that's the sun. I know a lot of people don't like to go to that, so I make sure there's like 4 or 5 articles that say the same thing. I won't just put any random shit on here. So, there we go. Russia warns war with Ukraine is highly likely and puts troops on combat readiness as U.S. vows to respond to invasion. So, and everyone's talking about this. This was literally after the meeting. Everybody. Here's another one from the UK news. I'm just showing you guys that I just don't put random shit on here. Russia warns that war with Ukraine is likely, puts troops ready for battle as the United States vows to respond to the invasion. That's all I need to put. That's all I need to put right there. We already know what's going to happen if the U.S. joins this battle. It's over. World War III, no one can win. Nuclear war, no one can win. What page is that you're on? I'd like to have for the future. This one, are you talking about this website, or are you talking about the search engine that I use? Because this search engine, this is a really good search engine. Even if you want to know stuff about Biden or secret stuff like that just don't come out on your news, this is a good search engine to look it up. They even got like Trump news and all that stuff too. So for my fellow Trump supporter, for my fellow Biden supporters, whatever y'all want on here, you can find. The website before that one. Okay, so yeah, this is DuckDuckGo. This is DuckDuckGo. This is a search engine. All mainstream media is sponsored by propaganda. Fox tells some truth, but not 100% good. Nope. Yep. I seen that. Like, I noticed between CNN, CBS, and all that, Fox is like the most accurate with their shit. I know some of their stuff is biased because, they're a Republican channel, but they can be harsh on some Republicans too. CNN, you barely would find talk of shit about a Democrat or anything. CNN is really fueled by our government. So, not to downplay this news, but this is very similar to what's going on during the Cold War, and these aren't necessarily mean World War III. We are going back to a tit-for-tat negotiation. I trust you more than Fox and CNN. Thank you. No, this is actually worse. So, first of all, I'm going to put that up too, because Russia already said that ties are worse than the Cold War. This is not the Cold War, because the crazy thing is, in the Cold War, we had respect for each other. It's not like it is right now. Right now, Russia and the U.S. has no ties. Russia cut their ties with NATO, all NATO members, except for probably Turkey. Turkey is probably still pretty close to Russia, but everybody else, no. Now we have nobody. We have no negotiations for real. Russia is tired of our bull crap. They're tired of us building on their border. They're tired of seeing weapons aimed at them on their border. It's a whole different era right now. We're in a whole different world. At least back then, there was a chance for peace. That's why we avoided it, because Russia kind of trusted us. They don't trust us right now. They don't trust us at all. If we say that we're not going to attack them, how do they know? How do they know, you know? And now, back then, you know, we didn't have the capability to really blow things up. That's why we had way more nukes. Now our weapons are crazy. Our weapons are through the roof, man. Through the roof. But anyways, let me tell, worse than Cold War. Russia blames NATO. All right, let's see. Oh, what's this? NATO must prepare for the worst in Ukraine. Oh yeah, that was for the meeting yesterday, which was crazy. NATO blames Russia for breakdown in relations. As Moscow says, explosion of its diplomats has made tensions worse than the Cold War. Now, this is on a Russian website, and Russia is literally saying that ties are worse than the Cold War. And that's insane. That's insane to think about. This ain't U.S. propaganda. This is literally Russia saying what they believe, that this is worse than the Cold War. What the hell just happened? Looks like they don't want me to show you guys this shit. Like, no, you're showing too much. This was another one. Now this could be biased. But I already showed you guys the war plan that NATO wants to win a nuclear war with Russia, which is insane. First of all, who makes up a plan to win a nuclear war? There's no way to win a nuclear war. Even if we nuked the hell out of Russia and there was no nukes sent back, it'd be over. Because first of all that radiation and all the fucking smoke and debris and all that will go into the clouds, and we'd have a dark winter, or a nuclear winter, I think they call it. And second of all that radiation will come here at home. That's a lot of nukes that we have. We have almost 7,000. Russia has 7,800. Or they might have cut them now. This might be down to 6,100 for us and 6,800 for Russia. So us by ourselves could destroy this planet if we just sent out nukes like crazy. So imagine what a war between the United States and Russia would do. Imagine what a war between China and the U.S. would do. And I know China don't have as many nukes as Russia, but it's the point that we have the destruction capability that we have. We even have gravity bombs, bro. We have shit that could tear this planet apart, and people they can't comprehend that because they've never seen it. They've never been in a war like that. So all they can say is, oh, it will never happen because it'll be suicidal or anything. You can't say that because anything's possible, especially in the world that we live in now where no one respects each other. NATO's literally pushing this. Everything Russia's offering, NATO is turning away. Nope, we don't want it. Nope. You can't tell us that we can't build stuff on your border when you got troops on your land coming here. Well, what about the U.S.? We sending troops from miles and miles and miles away from the whole other side of the globe to go to Russia. Sending missiles and everything over there. Now, I'm not saying Russia's in the right either. I'm not saying that they're in the right. But I'm just saying it's two sides to every story. Anyways. Oh, yeah, I did see that we were blamed from the sinking of the ship. Another crazy thing. This thing looks kind of foggy. Let's get this. That should be better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. The new U.S.-Russian Cold War. Who is to blame? Everybody. They are able to get away with all this because it's so crazy that it sounds like it can't be real. I know, man. I know. Correct. Don't always look at one side. Nope. There's always two sides to every story. I always say that. All right, let's wrap this up. Now, oh, I wonder what happens if I put nuclear war in DuckDuckGo. Wonder for some stuff on there that they don't know about. Warning, Iran could ready nuclear weapon for attack in 8 weeks, as experts say the U.S. was... Wait, what the fuck? Now, this is the UK's propaganda. Warning, Iran could ready nuclear weapon for attack in 8 weeks, as experts say the U.S. minutes from war with Taiwan. Oh, yeah, I did see that the U.S. ready some troops too over there. And they said if they can't come out with a deal with Iran, that they will attack Iran with Israel. Wait, hold up. Could we? No. Why is everybody aiming their nukes at the United States, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This shit crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to put that on there. I'm putting that on TikTok too. And then here we go. And then, of course, to keep Iran from going nuclear and prevent war, America must work with Israel. Craziness. Let's just hope we don't get into no nuclear conflicts anytime soon. All right, let me go to the news, see what's the most recent on this. Biden should endorse no use and reject no first use. And the Pentagon's... Wait, what? Reject it? If we reject no first use, wouldn't that give us the ability to use nuclear weapons first? Is things really getting that bad? As nuclear talks resume in Venezuela, the game has just begun. Countdown to World War III. Oh my God. Damn. Russia and the West, one mistake from nuclear conflict in the most dangerous moments since the Cold War, warns UK. See, like all this shit, it's all in front of people's face, man. All you have to do is do your own research. Now, don't believe just any headlines. Go read through the articles. Go and read through several articles to make sure they're facts and not just, some war hyping articles. Like, I'm not just going to go clicking. I only click on articles that I'm familiar with. Now, not every article is true, so that's why I tell you to go read through it and make sure. Look at the person who wrote the article. Do they have a good... Nukes have been used since the beginning to control and manipulate geopolitics. This is the same dialogue and propaganda as the past. They want you scared. Yeah, I agree in some ways, but I honestly think Russia's concerned. I really believe Russia's concerned about us. And look at the people that run our country right now. I wouldn't doubt that they're crazy enough to not fucking launch a nuclear weapon. And I'm scared that they might just be in on this, and it might just be America that falls. And if that's the case, man, we're screwed. We are screwed, because these guys, they got their bunkers. They're able to get out. They're able to reproduce after we're all dead. Like, they don't give a fuck. They have huge bunkers filled with food and accessories and stuff. What do we have? We don't have nothing. We have nothing. I haven't seen one government official announce, hey, we have a safe place for all Americans to go if a nuclear war breaks out. And we have hella Cold War bunkers. They don't want to protect us. They'd rather us all be dead. It makes it easier for the country. They're to start over. So, man, people need to wake up, man. This is This is going to get out of hand really fast. And the fact that they're saying that the Ukraine war is it's going to happen, then you guys need to look towards the Ukraine conflict. Now, if you're focused on the Maxwell case, do that too, because there is some corrupt shit going on, and it's going to come out. It's going to come out. But do not take your eyes off of this. Do not take your eyes off of this. This is serious. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, well, Russia and China must be Gog and Magog. This must be the battle from the east to west, the north to south. I'm like, yeah. Very, very, very possible. Because we're in a very, what do they call that? Prophesized moment in life. Everything that was prophesized or predicted is starting to come true. And I'm like, damn, I never thought I would live to see this in my lifetime. The elite have bunkers with everything they need. They want us all gone. They don't care how it happens. Yep. Facts. I agree. It's nonstop corruption, so much to keep up on. I know, man. And it's a lot, man, that we're not being told. Did y'all know that they had a meeting that if something happens in that volcano that's going on, I can't say the name of it because YouTube likes to shut that down. I don't want to have no beef with YouTube. But the government officials had a meeting that if it did cause a big wave, I'll just say a big wave, you know what a big wave is, that they would not warn the American people. And they said that 22 million would die from that, and that's crazy. They would black out everything because you know why? Mass panic. Mass panic. That's why they don't tell us nothing. That's why they don't bring this out on your local news. That's why they don't say any of this stuff. Because they're scared that everyone would turn against the government, and they would. Rightfully so, because we didn't vote for this. I don't hate the Russians, and I don't hate the Chinese. I love Chinese food. The fuck? I love Chinese women. And I love Russian women. And I like having drinks with my Russian counterparts. Like, come on, man. Don't make this about race and countries. This is supposed to be peace, man. We all live here together. Every single one of us live here together, and we all have to die one day. We all figure out how to survive day by day or distract our minds with stuff so we don't live in fear. We all go through this. That's just humans. But no, don't drag us into some war that we didn't ask for. And I know people say that the U.S. have amazing capabilities and stuff, but just remember, when 9/11 happened, those planes hit our towers. Those planes came through and hit our towers. If we had great capabilities, then that would mean that we let those planes come in and hit those towers. We should know the route of every plane before it even gets even close to anything of ours. We should already know. So that's why a lot of people say it's an inside job. And I don't blame them, because we should have detected them planes way before they got towards those towers. Should be like, hey, this plane is off course. What's going on here? This is not where it's supposed to be hitting. So what makes you believe that in miles and miles of water that the Russians and Chinese, and just remember how far Afghanistan is. Remember that, how far they are. Now, what's to say that Russian and the Chinese ain't gonna get here, and the U.S. might just let them into our fucking country. Look at the ports that's on our west coast. They're not inspected. We have no idea. We have no idea what's on them ports. They say it's food and stuff that's been backed up. We have no idea. It could be men on them ports. It can be missiles on those ports, and we would never know. But because the government says that it's safe and they're just backed up with food and stuff, then yeah, we have to believe that. No, we don't have to believe that. All I'm gonna say is wake up. It's been about 39 minutes, and I'm getting hungry, so I think I'm gonna go and eat something. but I had to talk to you guys on YouTube because it's been a while. I'm gonna save this live for the people that didn't get to see this, and thank you for inviting people into this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I got more news coming to YouTube really soon. Love you guys. Have a great day. Oh, shit.